بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الحمد لله رب العالمين، والصلاة والسلام على حبيبنا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين. Good morning, my dear students, and thank you for joining the second part of Chapter 2, in which we will mainly explain some major cloud providers and especially Amazon Web Services. So here we have some major cloud providers such Amazon, Google Cloud Platforms, Microsoft Azure, IBM, and Salesforce. Just I wanted to make a full screen. Okay. So, as mentioned previously, we will focus mainly on Amazon Web Service, since it's the cloud provider which is well known and well used in the world. What is Amazon Web Service? Amazon Web Service is a cloud platform offered by Amazon Inc. Amazon Web Services has become a giant component of the e-commerce giant business portfolio. In the first quarter of 2024, Amazon Web Services, AWS, brought in about $25 billion in net sales, having grown steadily. AWS is a front runner to other cloud computing platforms such as competitor Microsoft Azure. So, what is AWS and why is it so lucrative and successful for Amazon? AWS is made up of many different cloud computing products and services. The highly profitable division of Amazon provides servers, storage, networking, remote computing, email, mobile development, and security. AWS can be broken into three main products, which are the EC2, Amazon's virtual machine service, Glacier and low-cost cloud storage service, and S3, Amazon storage system, in which we will explain in the next coming slides. Traditionally, companies looking for large amount of storage would need to physically build a storage space and maintain it. Storing on the cloud means signing a pricing contract for a large amount of storage space that the company could grow into. Building or buying too little storage could be disastrous if the business took off, and expensive if it didn't. With AWS, companies pay for what they use. There is no upfront cost to build a storage system and no need to estimate usage. AWS customers use what they need, and their costs are scaled automatically and accordingly. Let's now explain some characteristics related to AWS. The first characteristic is about scalability and adaptability. Since AWS cost is modified based on customers' use, startups and small businesses can see the obvious benefits of using Amazon for their computing needs. In fact, AWS is great for building a business from the bottom, as it provides all the tools necessary for companies to start up with the cloud. For existing companies, Amazon provides low-cost migration services so that your existing infrastructure can be seamlessly moved over to AWS. As a company grows, AWS provides resources to add in expansion. As the business model allows for flexible use, customers will never need to spend time thinking about whether or not they need to re-examine their computing use. In fact, aside from budgetary reasons, companies could realistically set and forget all their computing needs. The second characteristic is about security and reliability. Arguably, Amazon Web Services is much more secure than a company hosting its own website or storage. AWS has dozens of data centers around the globe that are continuously monitored and strictly maintained. In fact, localizing data in an easily identifiable location where hundreds of people can realistically obtain access is unwise. AWS has tried to keep its data centers as hidden as possible and locating them in out of the way locations and allowing access only on an essential basis. The data centers and all the data contained therein are safe from intrusions, and with Amazon's experience in cloud services, outage and potential attacks can be quickly identified and easily remediated 24 hours a day. The same cannot be said for a small company whose computing is handled by a single information technology specialist working out of a large office. Now, let's explain how is Amazon Web Services secure. In fact, AWS, as explained previously, has dozens of data centers around the globe that are as hidden as possible, with a continuous monitoring and strict maintenance. So such diversification ensures that a disaster affecting one region doesn't cause permanent global data loss. The services are taking up the computing world in the same way that Amazon is changing America's retail space. So by pricing its cloud product extremely cheaply, Amazon can provide affordable and scalable services to everyone, from the newest startup to a Fortune 500 company. As shown in the following figure, we know that Amazon Web Service is the top cloud market leader in 2023. In fact, Amazon Web Service currently has 33 regions and 105 availability zones in operation. These regions and availability zones are located throughout the United States, Europe, Asia, Pacific, as well as the Middle East and Africa. Amazon Web Services has grown net sales from approximately $8 billion in 2015 to more than $17 billion for 2017, reaching $35 billion by 2019. And now generating around $95 billion on an annual basis. So this staggering growth has been driven by the expansion of AWS from 32 availability zones in 2015 to 52 availability zones in 2017, and now reaching 105 availability zones at present. In parallel, the company has launched thousands of new AWS services, which has also fueled its expansion. As you can see, here we have the AWS Management Console, which is based, or which is a web-based application that lets users access the broad range of services included in the Amazon Web Services platform. It also provides easy navigation and centralized access to these services regarding computing, storage, analytics, business applications, security, identity, management, blockchain, and so on. So the built-in interface of the AWS Management Console enables customers to perform certain AWS-related tasks, such as provisioning resources, launching instances, setting up load balancers, and creating or managing Amazon Simple Storage Service, which is known as the S3. So users can customize the console homepage by adding, removing, and rearranging widgets such as recently visited. Now, the question is, why use the AWS Management Console? Besides providing a centralized view of all the AWS resources, The console makes it easy for users to discover new services, configure them, and view their usage and statistics. In addition, the AWS Management Console provides a lot of benefits, such users can deploy new applications and monitor existing ones. Users can manage accounts, including monitoring monthly spending and billing activities. Users can update user groups or build new applications through the AWS console. The AWS Management Console provides educational resources, including wizards and workflows to help users adapt to the cloud. Users can drag and drop service links for a personalized view. Users can view and group resources and applications that share common tags, and then use the tag editor feature to quickly make a change across an entire resource group. The AWS Console mobile application lets users perform operational tasks from a mobile device. So the mobile application can be downloaded from the Amazon App Store or Google Play or the Apple App Store. Also, users can select regions and availability zones for region-specific services. Now let's explain the new AWS Console Hub. AWS launched a new version of the AWS Management Console in 2022 to provide more relevant content offered. The redesign of the console page was done to address customer feedback and usage data. The previous iteration of the AWS console displayed a list of the most recently used services and a set of static links grouped in sections, including getting started with AWS, build a solution, and explore AWS with links to training courses. While the functionality of the newer version is similar to the previous version, it's visually different and displays widgets such as recently visited, welcome to AWS, AWS Health, cost and usage, build a solution, trusted advisor, and explore AWS that users can rearrange through the Actions button. Here we have some or the main services or functionalities provided by Amazon Web Services. These functionalities are related to storage, to calculation, to databases, to migrating data, analysis, developer tools, management tools, security, identity and conformity, application services, mobile services, messaging, and so on. Now, how to estimate the cost for your architecture solution with Amazon Web Service Pricing Calculator. Cloud cost management in Amazon Web Service is the organizational planning that allows an enterprise to understand and manage the costs and needs associated with its cloud technology. In particular, this means finding cost-effective ways to maximize cloud usage and efficiency. In fact, there are hundreds of AWS services and even more ways to combine them. So it's a huge benefit to have a tool that allows you to combine multiple services into a price estimation, based for sure on your predicted use patterns. So by helping you configure a cost estimate that fits your unique business or personal needs with AWS products and services, the AWS pricing calculator can help you first view transparent prices, which mean to see the calculation behind the estimated prices for your service configuration, in which you can view price estimates by service or by groups of services to analyze your architectural costs. Second, use groups for hierarchical estimates. By sorting your estimates into groups to align with your architecture for clear service cost analysis. 3, share your estimates by saving the link to each estimate to share or revisit at a later time. 4, export your estimates in a CSV or PDF formats to share locally with your stakeholders. So AWS pricing calculator is useful for those who have never used AWS or who want to reorganize or expand their AWS usage. So here, there is no experience or no experience is necessary with the cloud or AWS to use AWS pricing calculator. Here we have some functionalities regarding Amazon Web Service. Let's start by the EC2, which is the Elastic Compute Cloud. What is the Elastic Compute Cloud EC2? EC2 stands for Elastic Compute Cloud and is an on-demand computing service on the AWS cloud platform. Under computing, it includes all the services a computing device can offer to you, along with the flexibility of a virtual environment. It also allows the user to configure their instances as per their requirements. For example, allocate the RAM and storage according to the need of the current task. Even the user can dismantle the virtual device once its task is completed and it's no more required. So for providing all these scalable resources, AWS charge some bill amount at the end of every month. The bill amount is entirely dependent on your usage. EC2 allows you to rent virtual computers, and the provision of service on AWS cloud is one of the easiest ways in EC2. So EC2 offers security, reliability, high performance, and cost-effective infrastructure so as to meet the demanding business needs. Now, let's highlight or let's provide you some AWS EC2 instance types. In fact, different EC2 instance or different Amazon EC2 instance types are designed for certain activities. Consider the unique requirements of your workload and application when choosing an instance type. This might include needs for computing, memory, or storage. The AWS EC2 instance types are as follows: general purpose instances, compute optimized instances, memory optimized instances, storage optimized instances, and accelerated computing instances. Now, let's explain some features of the EC2 architecture. The first feature is about the functionality. EC2, in fact, provides its users with a true virtual computing platform where they can use various operations and even launch another EC2 instance from this virtually created environment. This will increase the security of the virtual devices. Not only creating, but also EC2 allows us to customize our environment as per our requirement at any point of time during the life span of the virtual machine. EC2 itself comes with a set of default Amazon machine image options supporting various operating systems along with some pre-configured resources like RAM, ROM, storage, etc. Besides these Amazon machine images options, we can also create an Amazon machine image created with a combination of default and user-defined configuration. This is for the AWS EC2 functionality. For the AWS EC2 operating system, Amazon EC2 includes a wide range of operating systems to choose from while selecting your Amazon machine image, which is known as the AMI. Not only are these selected options, but users are also even given the privilege to upload their own operating systems and opt for that while selecting AMI during launching an EC2 instance. Currently, AWS has the following most preferred set of operating systems available on the EC2 console. The third feature is about the AWS EC2 software. Amazon is single-handedly running the cloud computing market because of the variety of options available on EC2 for its users. It allows its users to choose from various software present to run on their EC2 machines. This word services is allocated to AWS Marketplace on the AWS platforms. The fourth feature is about scalability and reliability. EC2 provides us the facility to scale up or scale down as per the needs. All dynamic scenarios can be easily tackled by EC2 with the help of this feature. And because of the flexibility of volumes and snapshots, it is highly reliable for its users. So, due to the scalable nature of the machine, many organizations like, for example, Flipkart and Amazon rely on these days whenever humongous traffic occurs on their portals. Now, let's talk about the RDS, which is a relational database service. Amazon Relational Database Service, which is the RDS, is a cloud-based web service that makes it simple to set up, operate, and scale a relational database. Amazon RDS is a cloud-based web service that simplifies the setup, operation, and scaling of a relational database. It offers scalable and cost-effective capacity while automating time-consuming administration tasks like hardware provisioning, database setup, patching, and backups. This frees you up to focus on your applications, providing them with high availability, security, and compatibility they require. Now, how does Amazon RDS work? Amazon Relational Database Service is a set of managed services that makes it easy to set up, run, and scale databases in the cloud. So with options from 7 popular database engines, such Amazon Aurora with MySQL support, Amazon Aurora with Postgre SQL support, MySQL, MariaDB, PostgreSQL, Oracle, and SQL Server, and the ability to deploy on premises with Amazon RDS on AWS Outposts. So Amazon RDS works effortlessly. So after setting up a database on RDS, you gain access to managed features by Amazon RDS on the go. These features include security, performance, scalability, monitoring, and alerting, and also automatic upgrades and backups and recovery. Now, what is the best practices related to Amazon RDS? In fact, there are a few essential Amazon RDS best practices to keep in mind. First, use Amazon RDS with Amazon Cloud Watch to monitor your database performance and ensure that your database runs optimally. Second, use Amazon RDS snapshots to back up your database and protect your data. 3, use Amazon RDS event notifications to stay informed about important events related to your database. And finally, use Amazon RDS security groups to control access to your database and protect your data. Now, let's explain the simple storage service, which is known as the S3 in Amazon Web Service. Amazon Simple Storage Service is a massively scalable storage service based on object storage technology. It provides a very high level of durability with high availability and high performance. Data can be accessed from anywhere via the internet through the Amazon console and the powerful S3 API. In fact, S3 storage provides some key features such buckets, elastic scalability, flexible data structure, downloading data, permissions, and APIs. What we mean by buckets? For buckets, data is stored in buckets. Each bucket can store an unlimited amount of unstructured data. For the elastic scalability, S3 has no storage limit. For the flexible data structure, each object is identified using a unique key, and you can use metadata to flexibly organize data. For the downloading data, easily share data with anyone inside or outside your organization and enable them to download data over the internet. For the permissions, which assign permissions at the bucket or object level to ensure only authorized users can access data. And for the last, feature which is about the APIs. So the S3 API provided both as REST and SOAP interfaces, which has become an industry standard and is integrated with a large number of existing tools. Now, how does S3 storage work? Amazon S3 data is stored as objects. This approach enables highly scalable storage in the cloud. So objects can be placed on a variety of physical disk drives distributed throughout the data center. Amazon data center use specialized hardware, software, and distributed file systems to provide true elastic scalability. Amazon provides redundancy and version control using a block storage method, where data is automatically stored in multiple locations, distributed across multiple disks, and in some cases, multiple availability zones or regions. So the Amazon S3 service periodically checks the integrity of the data by checking its control hash value. So if data corruption is detected, redundant data is used to restore the object. In the landscape of cloud computing, AWS certification is or stand as a benchmark for expertise and proficiency. This globally recognized certifications demonstrate an individual ability to design, deploy, and manage application and infrastructure on AWS. And I think this is important for you to get such certification. So AWS certifications validate your knowledge and skills in one of the most relevant cloud computing platforms worldwide. They play a crucial role in leveraging better job prospects, validating technical expertise, and standing out in a competitive market. In fact, AWS certifications are designed with specific roles in mind and catering to a broad spectrum of professionals such as cloud practitioners, architects, developers, and operations staff. The certifications are categorized across foundational, associate, professional, and specialty levels, offering progression and specialization within the field. So preparing for an exam is a great way to build new skills and show that you can innovate with AWS services, advancing your cloud career to get better career opportunities. For the available AWS certification, the path to AWS proficiency is divided into 4 main categories, each offering a unique level of expertise, which are foundational, associate, professional, and specialty. Each certification aligns with specific job rules and expertise levels and offers a different set of knowledge and skills. For the foundational AWS certification, it aimed at individuals with maybe about 6 months of basic AWS cloud and industry knowledge, which is a great starting point for those looking to get their feet wet in the cloud realm. For the associate AWS certification, these certifications are designed for professionals with 1 year of experience solving issues and implementing solutions on the AWS cloud. In fact, there are 3 certifications for different roles related to associate certification, and including solution architect, developer, and system operation administrator. The third kind of certification, which is a professional AWS certification, and which require 2 years of comprehensive experience and cover a deeper understanding of how to design, operate, and troubleshoot solutions using the AWS cloud. The last type of certification, which is specialty AWS certification. This certification caters to those with distinct technical skills, focusing on specific technical area like advanced networking, data analytics, security, machine learning, and more. So here, it's important also to ask how to choose the right AWS certification. So choosing the right AWS certification can seem daunting, especially with so many options available. The right choice depends on your current skill set, your role, and your career goals. AWS provides a certification learning path for each role, such architect, developer, operation, and so on, making it easier to select the certification that aligns best with your career path. So, if you are a cloud practitioner looking to establish your AWS foundation, the AWS certified cloud practitioner would be a good start. For professionals with 1 year of experience in designing distributed systems, the AWS Certified Solution Architect Associate would be an ideal fit for cloud certification. Similarly, choose the certification that best represents your expertise and career trajectory. This is what about Amazon Web Services and its related services. Now, let's explain the second cloud provider, which is Microsoft Azure. Microsoft Azure is a cloud platform that helps businesses overcome challenges by offering cloud-native services and optimizing resources for tangible advantage. Microsoft Azure is your pathway to harnessing cutting-edge cloud technology. It's more than just a cloud platform, but it's a comprehensive suite of services that empowers your business. So with Azure, you can be helped to build, deploy, and manage application, ensuring scalability, security, and innovation. As your trusted partner, I guide you through Azure's limitless potential to create a tailored solution for your unique needs, providing the edge you need in today's digital landscape. For the Google Cloud Platform, Google Cloud includes a combination of services available over the internet that can help organizations go digital. So Google Cloud Platform, which provides public cloud infrastructure for hosting web-based applications and is the focus of a lot of interest. Some other services that are a part of Google Cloud include, for example, Google Workspace, enterprise version of Android and Chrome operating system, and application programming interfaces, which are the API. For the Google Workspace, formerly known as G Suite and Google Apps, this product provides identity management for organizations, Gmail, and collaboration tools. For the enterprise version of Android and Chrome operating system, these phone and laptop operating systems are ways for users to connect to web-based applications. The application programming interfaces, APIs, are for machine learning and enterprise mapping services. This provides software to software communication. While Google Cloud Platform, cloud infrastructure is the backbone of applications like Google Workspace. These applications are not what we're talking about when we talk about Google Cloud Platform. Now, let's highlight some Google Cloud platforms. So each Google Cloud Platform region offers a category of services, and some services are limited to specific regions. In fact, major services of Google Cloud Platform include computing and hosting, storage and database, networking, big data, machine learning, and so on. So this is what we have for the second part of chapter 2 related to the well-known cloud providers such Amazon Web Services, Microsoft, Azure, and Google Cloud Platforms. Thank you for your listening, and Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi ta'ala wa barakatuh.